Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky if you're new here. Yeah, today we are reviewing the Melt Gemini palette. I'm so excited to finally have my hands on this one. I know it's been out for like over a year now, but it was really hard to get your hands on for the longest time. Yeah, I finally bought it and I am so mad I waited so long because it is everything I've dreamed of in a palette. Like if I was going to design a palette, this is what it would look like right here. These beautiful, grungy, pukey colors. So yeah, if you want to hear my thoughts on the Melt Gemini palette and see some looks and some up close shots of the palette and all the details and good stuff, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you tried any Melt products. What palette should I get next from them? And yeah, let's get into this review. Let's start off with the details and claims of this palette because I am so excited about it. I'm in love with it. It's so good. So let's go ahead and see what the website says. This is coming from the Melt website. What you get here is 10 bold pigmented shades in matte and metallic textures, soft warm neutrals to cool olive tones. Change comes easy depending on your mood. Get the best of both worlds with the Gemini palette. I love how the palette feels kind of divided between the warm aspect, these warm mustardy colors, and you can kind of get like some nice natural looks from this side, or you can get some really smoky neutral tone looks. And then over here you have these beautiful greens and olive tones that are just very unique and different. I don't think I own greens quite like this palette at all, and I love green eyeshadow and I have quite a few green palettes, but nothing has quite been like this one. Like these are very unique tones. And then again on the warm side and the browns, they are also very nice browns. Like Lorelei is definitely the standout to me. It's very just pure mustard. It's kind of my favorite color anyway. So to have that in a palette, yes, let me wear that on my eyes. So on a whole, I really enjoy this color story. I think the quality is lovely. I know some people are having trouble with the blending it and stuff. Like, I don't know, I saw some kind of hit or miss reviews, but to me, I haven't had a single issue blending the palette or blending the eyeshadows. Everything has performed great, aside from one shade, which we'll get into in a minute. But on a whole, the mattes have been lovely. Very, very pigmented, easy to use. The metallic Ghouls has been awesome. It goes on like a dream. It's everything I want from metallic eyeshadow. However, the shade Gemini has been a little bit trickier to use. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the formula of it. It's very chunky and kind of flaky, and I don't know, I don't find it applies the best on the eye unless you use a finger, and it gets everywhere. I don't know what that particular formula is all about. I don't enjoy it. I made it work, and guys work in quite a few looks, so I'm okay with it. You know, it's just compared to Ghouls, the green metallic, that one is just by far way better. Anyway, aside from that, the mattes are performing great. Bonnie, the super dark matte black, is amazing. Probably one of the best black eyeshadows I've ever used. And again, the greens are probably some of the most unique, cool greens I've ever gotten my little claws on. And Lorelei, I mean, I can't even with that shade. It's so pretty. Let's get into the shade breakdown and let me go through the descriptions of each one and we'll take a look at them. First up, you have Luna. This honey beige hue is the lightest in the palette, perfect for softening and blending away harsh edges. All it's missing are corn chip scented paws. I guess because it's the color of a corn chip. It does kind of look like the color of Fritos. Next is Gemini, a mutable vermilion duochrome shadow with a brilliant gold shift. Gemini is versatile, not two-faced. It can be used as a striking accent shade or a vivid blush or highlighter. I think on deeper skin tones, it would actually make a beautiful blush or highlight tone, or like a blush topper type of shade and highlight. Again, that was the shade that kind of gave me a lot of trouble in application. I didn't really see a whole lot of a duochrome effect from it either. I don't know. I think that could have had a much better formula. If they'd used the formula they used on Ghouls for it, it would have been so much better. Next is Lorelei, a classic mustard hue that's as adventurous and memorable as your first nickname. This shade can be used as a transition shade or as a bright and easy to wear wash of color across the lid. Yeah, I'm in love with Lorelei. I feel like it would be beautiful just as a wash across the lid, and I need to try that. I have used it as a transition, and it is one of my favorite type of transition tones because I love that mustardy color, and I love mustard eyeshadows anyway, and this one is like one of the best ones I've used. Next you have Polka Dot, a tawny brown color in our ultra matte formula. This is as soft as your eldest schnauzer's baby fur. This shadow can be used in the crease or transition or to add depth to a natural makeup look. And yeah, I think that's perfectly describes the shadow. You can definitely use it to deepen up a more natural look. You can use it in the transition to build depth. It's really, really nice in the crease. I'm quite fond of this type of shadow, or this type of brown on my eyes personally. I love a good, just nice warm brown. Next you have Cupcake, a true brown ultra matte eyeshadow. This shade is the deepest brown in the palette and can be used to create a chocolatey smoke or add depth. Again, I like this one. I think it would be pretty all over the lid in a smoky eye look. It's very nice, very blendable, easy to work with. I found all the mattes personally easy to work with. Moving on to the greens, first we have Mochi. This is an olive mustard. This olive mustard Yorkie fur hue is full of sass and the perfect blending color for any vibrant olive green eye. Yeah, I think it looks really pretty to blend out green eye looks. Like, I used it twice so far as a blending shade. Today I mixed it with Lorelei to create this kind of blend because I want a little more mustard in there. And yeah, it's such a unique shade and it truly does stand out to me in the palette, and I was so excited to get my hands in it. And I think it would actually be really pretty on the lid as well as like a wash of color. Next we have Fire OG, Puff Puff Pass. The fave strain, and now the perfect olive green eyeshadow we've all been waiting for in our signature ultra matte formula. I think Fire OG is probably one of my favorite greens. It's like a true like plant green, like a true weed green. I really like it. Like, it's very unique. I don't think I own a green eyeshadow like it at all. And I think it's so pretty. I think it looks great with my eye color. Like, it kind of brings out the green in my eyes. And yeah, it's so good. It's one of my favorites. Next is Ghouls, a golden lime metallic shade with dimensional glitter flecks will effortlessly capture light and attention, just like you and your best friend on a night out, making more friends during your bathroom chronicles, because Ghouls. Yeah, Ghouls I think is such a beautifully done shade. It goes on super effortlessly with a flat brush or your finger. It's vibrant. It is just kapow. It really does catch the light and look amazing. It's gonna be one of my favorite metallic greens. Can I just say all these greens are gonna be like my favorites? Okay. Next is Leo, a bundle of joy in the form of an army green matte eyeshadow. A lion-hearted little one in deepest green in the palette. Pack it on the lid for a bold green smoke. Blend it into the crease or use it in the inner and outer corner to create a halo eye. I used it today to really smoke out this outer corner and into the crease, and on the lid I have Fire OG, and these greens work together so beautifully and they harmonize, yet you can still tell them apart, and they're very special tones of green, not ones you see very often in eyeshadow palettes. And lastly is Bonnie, our blackest eyeshadow yet, darker than your worst blackout, with the color payoff blunter than your jet black Betty bangs. I think you're talking about like Betty Page bangs. I think that's really cute. Use this shadow to add dramatic blown out smoke to the under eye or outer corner, or for added intensity and depth. And I used it today under the eye, like they've said here, and I used it to kind of do a smoky wing and across like the upper lash line. And yeah, this black is so black and very pigmented, light hand. All these shadows are incredibly pigmented, and I think using a lighter hand is definitely key to getting a good blend and start light and build, because yeah, they pack a punch. I found them to be incredibly easy to blend though. I didn't have any issues with patchiness or splotchiness, anything like that. I usually set my lids down with some translucent powder, so everything does blend pretty easy for me to begin with. The only shade that gave me trouble was Gemini. Oddly enough, it just, I don't know, and it takes some finessing to get it to work, but once you get it on your lid and get it working, it is beautiful. But that is the only one that I felt that way about. I think the rest of them performed absolutely beautifully. I can't wait to create some more looks with it. I do want to do just a very soft, natural, everyday look to show you some more versatility, which I will include plenty of looks in this review. These are all the different looks I have gotten from this palette thus far, and am nowhere near done playing with it. I will be reaching for this guy probably until I run out of it and hit pan, because I love it so much. I think it is incredibly unique. I haven't had anything quite like it in my collection. There may be like one shade similar in one palette, but to have all these kind of grungy, weird, truly unique shades in one palette, just yes, it's what I want, and I cannot wait to try more from Melt. I was really impressed with the majority of this palette, and I like the brand's aesthetic. I like their style. I like everything I've seen from them. I've looked at in Sephora, and I'm really attracted to everything that they make. It all catches my eye. I really want to try Millennial Pink, the More Eternal collection. I absolutely need. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed using this palette and playing with it. Other than the one shade, I have nothing negative to say whatsoever. I like the packaging. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I love the black background with the roses coming out of the darkness with the rust colors. I think it's so pretty. Yeah, I think it's sleek. It's easy to travel with probably. I think you can get a lot of versatility from it if you like these types of tones. That being said, if you're not a fan of greens and mustards and this color story, you're not gonna like the palette. That's just the way it is. But if you were looking for some grungy eyeshadows, look no further than this palette. Palette retails for $58 at Sephora and on Melt's website. It's currently in stock. Yeah, if you're into this kind of look and haven't picked it up already, go ahead and get it. It's definitely worth it. I will have tutorials using this look either already up or coming. They'll be linked in the cards. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this quick little review and seeing these looks. And let me know your thoughts on Melt Cosmetics in the comments below. Have you tried anything from them? What palette should I get next? I'm really torn. I kind of want Millennial Pink and I really want that more Eternal collection. So yeah. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay spooky. Bye now.